First, as you can see, I have two of my colleagues here, Pei Ming and Diana. Our other colleague, Ms. Tim Pei Ling, sends apologies because she's actually currently overseas. So I want to just make sure that to explain why she's not here. Today, we are very sad that we have lost a very good member of our GRC team. I have known Professor Faishal Ibrahim for over 20 years. And I'm proud to call him my friend, my kawan, someone who is always very prepared to help when asked, someone who works very hard, someone who has a big and kind heart. So his departure from the team will be felt very much by not just us, by his team of volunteers and grassroots leaders, and certainly by his residents. I spoke to him over the weekend, and before I could utter my very first words, he said to me, "Kian Peng, I am sorry. I'm sorry to the residents, sorry to my team of volunteers, sorry to the four of us." We had a good conversation. I told him, "We will miss him. Please take care of yourself and your family. And rest assured that we will do our best as a team to look after your residents." I want to say, I know all of you are asking, what will we do as a team at GRC now that we have lost Professor Faishal? Indeed, Professor Faishal is not new to this place. He and I were colleagues when he first entered politics in 2006. So I was very glad when he came back at the last GE. And when he came back, he hit the ground hard, doing his block visits, as though he's the first-term MP. So earlier on, just before coming here, three of us met up with his team of grassroots leaders and volunteers to also have a chat. I want to assure not just residents in Kembagan, but residents in our GRC, as a team, the commitments we've made to all of you, to our residents in the GRC, we will not change. We will maintain it, and we will make sure we deliver. And to the residents in Kembagan, you are part of the GRC. We have Pei Ming, we have Pei Ling, we have Diana, and we have me. All of us as a team working with our team of volunteers, of our team of grassroots leaders, we will step up, we will step forward, and we will work doubly hard. You heard earlier from Minister Desmond Lee, Chair of PAP, to say the additional resources and help that HQ will also provide. We will certainly be discussing with them, but in the meantime, the four of us will do what we currently do to serve our residents, and we will also come in here to serve the residents of Kembagan. So that, whether tonight is MPS night, business will go on as usual. People, any residents who have issues can come and see us here at Kembagan. One of us will be around. Maybe some days there could be more than one of us. As for community, grassroots events, again, we will look through, but we will, to the extent possible, ensure that, again, all activities continue because the mission does not end. And our commitment, as I said from the start, remains unchanged. On that note, I'm happy to take any questions that any of you may have.
Eva from Chinese News. Just to discuss for Kembagan, I think it's the second time over 3 years that he's experienced a change in the MP. What are your thoughts on that, and how do you assure residents of this area?
Well, as I said, it's unfortunate. It has happened. I always, and as a team, we always focus on what we need to do going forward. And the commitment we make to the residents at Kembagan is that all of us, with the team behind us, and we got a good team, a strong team, we will work to make sure that your needs, your issues, your problems you may have, we will take them up, and to the best of our ability, we will try to make it work and solve these issues.
Mr. Seah, Nicholas from CNETV. Your GRC includes Geylang Serai, which has a lot of significance to Singapore's Malay Muslim community. Would Dr. Faishal's absence be felt very strongly there in particular, and how will you fill that need if it does exist?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think actually Geylang Serai, Wisma Geylang Serai belongs to whole Singapore. It is located here, and I think earlier on, my colleague, Senior Minister of State, Zaki Muhammad, has also covered some of this, and I'm sure in the days forward, he will outline more of his plans on how, as a team, he and his team of Malay MPs will be, looking to see how the needs of the Muslim Malay ground will be served. So I think that one, for us, we continue to serve all residents, all races, all faiths. So that will not change.
And just like Desmond, you also mentioned for the plans to strengthen the team moving forward. What are some of these plans?
Well, I think there are various options. I think I don't want to jump into any of them, but certainly there are options. Residents are assured that we do have options. I, together with my colleagues, will be discussing with the HQ to see what are the options and choose the best option that will work for the residents here and work for the team here.
Can you elaborate a bit more on how the responsibilities will be divided? Is there going to be a primary representative, and what are some of the community initiatives that you will continue?
First of all, the community initiatives will remain unchanged. I think we already have a few. Actually, we have quite a few that we will be announcing in the months ahead. So that will not change. As to the responsibilities, well, I think this is, to be honest, I think we have to give us a few days. We will see what we decide, and we will share all this when it is finalized. For now, what the residents need to know is that the team, the four of us, will be working hard to make sure that the residents at Kembagan, the team at Kembagan, is fully supported, and that if anything else, we're going to do even more for the team here.
Can you face the top of us?
Just now you mentioned that you spoke to some grassroots before this, right? So what are some of the concerns that you raised, and what are some of the steps that the team is going to do to restore the morale and trust of grassroots? Especially, we have lost 2 MPs in Kembagan area too.
No, I think the feedback that the grassroots have, the concerns that they have, are no different. I think it's nothing out of the ordinary. I think they want to know what we will be doing, how they will be supported. So they also have certain ideas and suggestions. I think some were very good. So I've certainly jotted it down, and these are the things that we will consider before we come back to them. But they also, as we talk and as we exchange views, they also stated very clearly their resolve at being part of this team to make sure that things proceed as smoothly as we can.
Yeah, Fabian from CNA Digital. Back to that question about minority representation earlier, right? You mentioned that you will have options that are being discussed. Are you able to share with us briefly what are some of these options being considered? Are there perhaps moving a neighbouring GRC member over, or a non-MP taking up the responsibilities? Are you able to share more?
I think these are options which the party will think through, and I think at the right time, when we have decided on what option to choose, I think this will be shared with everyone. But there are options, obviously.
Dai from Signature, may I know who will be at the MPS for the next few sessions for Kembagan, and who would the residents be expecting to share their concerns?
Right. Well, as it is now, 3 of us have our MPS on Mondays, and 2 of us have our MPS on Tuesdays. The one who have the MPS on Tuesdays are actually Pei Ming and Diana. But today, 3 of us will be here. I will later on run back to my own MPS. I know my residents will understand. But this is the current arrangement. We will see what we can do. But as I mentioned right from the start, and I'm stating it categorically, there will always be someone here to meet and meet up with any of the residents here who have issues at their MPS here in Eunos Road.
Just to clarify, does it mean that you guys will be taking them to attend the MPS at Kembagan?
Well, today there will be 3 of us, But I think going forward, we hope to be able to work out something a bit more permanent. But as it stands now tonight, well, it so happens that the two of them are here. I'm also here. I intend to stay on and meet the residents here. But whenever things are finalized, we will be happy to share this with the residents.